It's a good question, and it's one that we get asked pretty much every day, to be honest. We don't only rely on providing corporate nominees to hold the 51% shares of local companies here. That's one part of our business. We have many other parts of our business. So when we heard this news announced last year, we were obviously a little bit concerned that this was going to be a blanket, a rule that was across the whole of the UAE and applied to every company. But when we, on further investigation, we spoke to Dubai government, with whom we have a strategic partnership. We went straight down to meet with them and asked them, what did this mean for our industry? What did this mean for the Emiratis, the hundreds and hundreds of Emiratis who act as local sponsors? Forget companies like us for a second who provide it through a corporate nominee, but these individuals whose livelihood was about to be affected by this change in legislation. And the UAE government, they issued some guidelines, and they said that this is, first of all, it's going to be something which is very, it's going to happen in a sort of stage by stage. It's not going to happen immediately. But also there's still a negative list of activities that do require a local presence. What we've said to our clients is, if they sign up with us as a corporate nominee, at the moment we go down to the notary, and most companies so far, since the law changed, have still had to appoint a local individual Emirati or corporate nominee through Sovereign. So the change isn't as widely seen as perhaps people thought initially. But we've said to clients, as I was going to say, that when they sign up with us or when they renew for another year, if the law in, let's say 3 months, 4 months later, 4 months into their annual contract with us, if the law were to change and they were able to appoint, to hold 100% of the shares, then we will transfer our shares, the 51%, into their name, and then obviously we would take away the fee for us acting as a 51% shareholder. We're not going to try and hold on to this business if there is a better option for the client. That's our promise to the client. We will always come up with the best solution for the client wherever possible. And if there's a better option, i.e. that they can own 100% shares, then of course we will give up our 51 shares and they will take over the 100%. So we haven't seen a drop-off in business. We've seen an increase in business. What that announcement did around the world, in places as far away as the US and Australia, where we were getting calls from clients or potential clients who looked on our website, was people saying, well, that's great. This is a Middle Eastern country that's open for business, that's willing to look at changing the rules, to look at relaxing the rules, to look at relaxing the requirements and the legal requirements, so that more foreign companies can be 100% owned by the ultimate shareholder. So that's made the place look a lot more attractive. When a client then comes here and has an initial chat with a company like Sovereign, that's when they may discover that actually it's not possible yet, but it might be in the future. But what it's done is it's put UAE on the map, or reaffirmed it, if you like. It was already on the map, but just reminded people where it is and what it is, and the advantages of doing business here are still plain for everybody else to see. So what our solution does, even if you are giving up 51% of your shares to a nominee, that nominee is us. We're a licensed regulated entity with 500 staff across 25 offices worldwide, with billions of dollars under management and administration. We're not going to run away with your shares for the sake of 20, 30, 40,000 dirhams a year. So if the law does change, we will happily pass those shares back to the client.